is Cairo and I love engineering and technology as my passion, which I could talk about on my show. Don't forget to watch Asphere's Cafe every weeknights right here on Cool FM. Hope to see you soon on my cafe!
Mula sa TVH Group of Networks, ito ang inyong himpilan, ito ang inyong tahanan. Number 1 sa Mega Manila.
Sound check, hello. Sound check, not yet. Hello, sound check.
We're alive right here on Asphere's Cafe, and now here it is. It's Cairo presenting for Asphere's Cafe. Hello everyone, and welcome to the cafe. Today is Monday, April 28, 2025. And yes, Dreamcar, your microphone is working just fine. I was just making sure the stream equipments are working. But yeah, I heard you loud and clear, Dreamcar. So yeah. But anyway, welcome to the cafe once again. I am Cairo, and hopefully Dreamcar will be here to serve you the cafe. So yeah, let me invite Dreamcar because apparently. Yeah, there you go, Dreamcar. Hello. Yes. Loud and clear, Dreamcar. Loud and clear.
Okay,
I heard you loud and clear.
Okay, naka-face na open. Asparagos, pasok.
Okay. All right. Okay. So, we have a lot to discuss today, and apparently, the biggest one of all is, Right Techie has informed me that the homebrew channel has ceased development, and boy, oh boy, we're cooking on this one because there is a lot of findings from Oatmeal Dome on X that the that 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 someone said that they stole the code from Nintendo and other projects. Oh dear. Okay, so we're gonna be getting into that in a bit. But before that, I'm gonna ask everyone, how are you all doing so far? Dreamcar, let's start with you. How are you?
I hate Discord moment.
Why? What did Discord do again?
The microphone issue.
Oh no, the microphone is fine. I heard the sound check microphone earlier before we started the cafe. It was fine, Dreamcar. It was fine. Trust me, it was fine.
Yes, of course. Anyways, I'm just checking this liquid detergent that I just bought. Just for they just sent me this. So nothing much. So I'm still boring because it's still online class. Because what happened? Heat index is still ongoing.
Oh, well, that's why.
It's very common because Visayas has a little bit fairly large amount of heat index, and of course, according to heat indices, 42 degrees outside.
Oh, how hot is it really?
Uh, Supposedly, according to the internet, as far as I remember, the highest, of course, is recorded is 43 degrees. Yep, 43 degrees is the hottest one by far.
I don't know the degrees, but it was around 30. I don't know, but it was around 36 degrees. If I'm not mistaken, because again, I don't check water often. But if I feel it's hot, it's hot. That's all. I mean, I
On your province or your city.
city, yeah, city.
Interesting. Okay. So, Asparagos, let's start the session, shall we?
We're gonna start now. I'm just hooking up my screen share through a different website, of course, because I will not be bothered. I will not be bothered on. Again, I will not be bothered on relying on Discord screen share because Discord screen share sucks. Discord screen share sucks. Remember, Discord screen share sucks. You know that. Discord screen share sucks. Oops, that was an accident. This was not expected.
It's kontrabando.
That was an accident. That was an accident. That was an accident. It was supposed to be played later for Hangout with Mamon. That was an accident. That was an accident.
Oops, that's different, lamao. Anyways, okay, continue.
Anyways, let's continue now. We're going to. Where is it? There we go. Okay. Alright. So, yeah. Let me just hook it up now and start my screen share here. Let me turn this on. Okay, we are in, and boom! Great, 3, 2, 1. Okay, this is not what we were expecting as well. What do we have? Because my colleague has informed me, and I haven't heard of it until now, and well, it looks like the homebrew channel has ceased development. That is according to Oatmeal Dome on X. And well, I really wonder why and what went wrong here. So let me just reconnect for a bit. Okay, anyways, well, what went wrong here, right? So let's read this one, and we're gonna read this sentence first. The Wii homebrew community was all built on top of a pile of lies and copyright infringement. You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. You heard that right. I don't know if they did the right thing in ceasing the development, but this is wild. This is wild. This is wild. And we're gonna read the full statement here. So this was already archived at this time, and I mean, what could go wrong, right? So let's read what they said here. This repository is archived and will not accept any further contributions. Like most Wii U, sorry, not Wii U, like most Wii homebrew software, this software depends on Lipo GC. After development of the homebrew channel had already started, we discovered that large portions of Lipo GC were stolen directly from the Nintendo SDK or games using the Nintendo SDK, decompiled and cleaned up. We thought that at least significant parts of Lipo GC, such as its threading implementation, were original and reluctantly continued to use the project while distancing ourselves from it. It has recently been revealed that the threading OS implementation in LipoGC is, in fact, stolen from RTEMS. The authors of LipoGC didn't just steal proprietary Nintendo code, but also saw it fit to steal an open source RTOS and remove all attribution and copyright information. This is now this is wrong. So basically, if I'm right, they're saying that someone stole an open source code and just slapped it with their own that they made the code. That doesn't seem right here. That does not seem right at all. This goes far beyond ignorance about the copyright implications of reverse engineering Nintendo binaries and goes straight into outright deliberate malicious code theft or code thief and copyright infringement. The current developers of LipoGC are not interested in tracking this issue, finding a solution, nor informing the community of the problematic copyright status of the project. When we found an issue about it, they immediately closed it, replied with further abuse, and then completely deleted it from public view. For this reason, we consider it impossible to legally and legitimately compile this software at this point and cannot encourage any further development. The Wii U, why do I keep saying that? The Wii homebrew community was all built on top of a pile of lies and copyright infringement And it's all thanks to Shakur, who did the stealing. That is not good, huh? Stealing is not nice. And the rest of the team who enabled it and did nothing when it was discovered. Together, the developers deceived everyone into believing their work was original. This right here, it's outright criminal. Like nobody knew this would nobody knew this until someone called out, and oh my goodness, what in the world are we living in, right? They they lied to them. They lied that the code is original, but what the what the okay, so that is actually whoever stole the open source code and they claim it that it's theirs. That is actually effed up. That is actually effed up. Like what? I don't know. I really don't know. What like that is that is I don't know. Once again, but I'm looking at the replies and and I was like, okay, but yeah, some are gonna say, some did say, and porks are found in kitchens. Why are we stating the obvious and acting surprise? So we modding is gone. Someone is asking this one. Okay, but who really cares? And yeah, obviously their opinions are very mixed. Obviously the opinions are very mixed, and I really can't cite what are they saying right here. But still though, I personally think that this is legitimately effed up in my opinion because and and whoever is going to well yeah, that is what I'm trying to say here. Okay. Again, the opinions are mixed based on my reading, and I really cannot say if I'm gonna side with them, but I'm gonna say this again. In my opinion, that is just unfortunate. Now let's continue. Please demand that the leaders and major contributors to the console and or other proprietary device SDKs and toolkits that you use and work with do things legally, and do not tolerate this kind of behavior. If you wish to check for yourself, for example, you can compare this function in libogc to this function in a really old version of RTEMS. To be fair, I really do not know what RTEMS means, so let me just do a quick web search right now and see what it means. Okay, so apparently RTEMS stands for Real-Time Executive for Multiprocessor Systems. So now that makes sense what RTEMS stands for. So that makes sense now. So back to here. While the code has been simplified and many identifiers renamed, it is clear that the libogc version is a direct descendant of the RTEMS version. It is not possible for two code implementations to end up this similar purely by chance. So, and just before I continue here, if you don't know what libogc is, it is the core of all homebrew apps, which provides all the code necessary to interact with the GameCube and Wii hardware. It is alleged that libogc contains copied code from the official Nintendo SDK and the open source project RTEMS. So, the future is uncertain for the Wii modding community, and again, developers holding the contributions because of this allegation. That just leaves me wondering what could what could this mean for the Wii modding community, right? Will you still be able to mod after hearing this? It's uncertain. Well, it's uncertain, guys. So there you go. Before we move on, what do you think about this new stream car?
I think that happens when homebrew community backfires at Nintendo for knowing that their code actually from Nintendo itself. So there you go. It instantly backfired the homebrew community, and then what happened is this. So well, I have no words because I don't know I'm going to say this, but well, congratulations on made this one, Bell. Well, it all happens to you, a homebrew community. So I hope Nintendo knows about this more. So yeah, nothing much to say.
Well, I do not know if Nintendo will hear this, but it's kinda 50-50 for me, so we'll see if Nintendo will reply to this news. Alright, we're gonna take a break now. It is now 6:46 p.m. and we'll be taking a break. Our sponsors are
Asphere's Aircon, Dreamcars Pizza and Kapinoy Coffee, and Dilex Karaoke.
That's right, fellas. We will return after the break. We will be right back.
This program was brought to you by Asphere's Aircon. Tried, tested, trusted by an asparagus.
Dream Cars Pizza. We make pizza the Dream Cars way. Call 141-9191 for deliveries. Also available Dream Cars frozen pizza in supermarkets near you.
Kapinoy Coffee. If it's coffee, it's Kapinoy Coffee from FVS Manufacturing Corporation. And TLX Karaoke, ang tunay na karaoke ng bayan.
Trust. It's a bond that is nurtured for years, from generation to generation. At Asphere, our greatest accomplishment is earning the trust of millions of satisfied users in the Philippines alone, making life cool and comfortable for over 100 years now. Asphere, the air conditioning expert. Tried, tested, trusted by an asparagus.
Ang mas masarap na pizza ay andito na! Dream Cars Pizza, the finest pizza in the Philippines. Rich sauce, crispy crust, smooth creamy cheese, maraming toppings to choose from. And not only that, may frozen pizza rin sila. Take your pizza on the go. Dream Cars Pizza. We make the pizza the Dream Cars way.
For deliveries, call 141-9191. That's 141-9191.
Dream Cars Frozen Pizza are also available in supermarkets near you.
Dreamcar Karaoke po. Tuwing pagising mo sa umaga, kailangan mo ng kapeng gigisingin ka sa tapang at sarap. Kaya lumipat na ako sa bagong kape ng bayan.
Tikman ang lasa ng bayan sa bagong Kapinoy Coffee. Gawa sa purong Arabica at Robusta mula sa pinakamainit na puso ng Pilipinas. Piniling mabuti at inihanda ng may pagmamalasakit.
Tama-tama lang ang tapang at sarap. O mga Kapinoy, subukan nyo ng tikman ang lasa ng bayan.
Tikman na ang lasa ng bayan sa bagong Kapinoy Coffee. If it's coffee, it's Kapinoy Coffee.
Kapinoy Coffee, masarap na coffee. If it's coffee, it's Kapinoy Coffee.
Also available, Kapinoy Coffee 3-in-1 and Pure Creme. Bili na sa inyong mga suking tindahan.
Mga Kapinoy, tikman nyo na ang lasa ng bayan sa bagong Kapinoy Coffee. Tamang-tama lang tapang at sarap ng kape na tiyak na magigising ka. Kaya subukan na ang bagong Kapinoy Coffee. Also available, Kapinoy Coffee 3-in-1 and Pure Cream mula sa FVS Manufacturing Corporation.
Break time means refreshing up time for me. Magnolia healthy and fruit drink refresh it up. Fits me to a T. Sabayan nyo akong tikman. From mango's tropical rush to grapes juicy stir fry. Strawberry sweet, lemons kick, apples crisp fries. Fruity flavor for all. Magnolia healthy and fruit drink. Taranat magpa-refresh it up. Magnolia feeling good set up.
Good pa lumiman siya. Hello, bright bar blue. Isang labatan yan. Bright bar blue.
Pride Bar Blue with powerful stain-away enzymes. Malupit magtanggal ng dumit mancha pero di masakit sa kamay.
Good pa lumiman siya.
tested ang cotton and polycotton. Sa mancha, malupit. Sa kamay mo, mabait. Pride Bar Blue. Manufactured by ACS Manufacturing Corporation. ISO certified. World-class quality.
ACS.
Sigurado ka bang hindi malnourished ang preschooler mo? Regular siyang timbangin para maiwasan ang malnutrisyon. Lumapit sa Barangay Nutrition Scholar sa inyong komunidad. Ngayon na! Gutom at malnutrisyon, sama-sama nating wakasan. Isang masustansyang mensahe mula sa National Nutrition Council ng Department of Health.
Tara na, sumama na. Sa Miguel Beer, buksan na. Ay, sa summer, sama na. Sa Miguel Beer, buksan na. Tara na, sumama na. Sa Miguel Beer, buksan na. Ay, sa summer, sama na. Sa Miguel Beer, buksan na. Tararatata. Sa Miguel Beer, ready na. Tararatata. Days of summer, tara na.
Drink responsibly.
Kulang sa lakas, kulang sa listo, kulang sa lambing. Mag-Maxfit Cargado with proper diet at exercise. Tulong sa lakas ng katawan, listo ng isip at lambing. Na pangmatagalan.
Kargado ng 19 vitamins and minerals plus ginseng at royal jelly. Para kargado, Maxfit na tayo.
Lipat na sa Maxfit Cargado.
Unilab yan.
Multivitamins, minerals, ginseng at royal jelly. Generic name ng Maxfit. If symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
Girls, every Filipino deserves the gentlest care down there. Bakit di enough yung nakasanayan na? Dapat TVH Care. For every Filipina, na na na, narito ang gentlest care mo. TVH Care na para sa delicate area. TVH Care na, TVH Care for every Filipina. Our gentlest care, PH level 5. See for every Filipina. Gentlest care for every Our gentlest care for every Filipina. Our gentlest care for your everyday freshness versus previous formulations with regular use. PH Care.
Hey, 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 mga mamis! I am Radio Manken. Grabiha, oy, March na sad. Dalia sa mga adlaw, oy. Summer na pod. Which means, kids are excited to go out and play under the sun. Mao nga kinahanglan pod nga ganado ang ilang appetite for nutritious foods to help them stay strong and active for their activities. Right, mamis? Well, good news for you because Propan TLC has lysine plus B vitamins nga makatabang aron ang mga bata dunay gana kumain. It has 100% Reni vitamin C nga makatabang sa ilang lakas, sigla, and it also has chlorella growth factor, plus vitamin D nga makatabang pud sa ilang paglaki, plus other essential nutrients with help of proper diet and exercise for your kids' daily nutritional routine. And mommies, Propan TLC also comes in a delicious orange flavor. Mao mga mommies, planuhan ang inyong mga laag this summer with Propan TLC. Mahalagang paalala, ang Propan TLC ay hindi gamot at hindi dapat gamitin panggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit.
Sis, ganda ng hair. Naka-Empress. Impressively smooth, shiny, and healthy with regular use. Naka-Empress? Nakaka-impress. Try mo na, sis. Be an Empress. For impressive hair, Empress Shampoo with regular use.
Hindi matatawaran ang kalinga ng lola, nanay, ate, tita at ni misis. Pero kailangan ding maalagaan at maprotektahan ang kalusugan nilang mga kababaihan. Serbisyo po ng DOH para sa mga babae ang pagbabakuna laban sa cervical cancer, pangangalaga sa buntis at bagong panganak. Makipag-ugnayan po sa inyong health centers. Si SecTed po ito ng DOH nagpapaalala sa bagong Pilipinas, bawat babae mahalaga.
Sing it along to the music. Cool FM.
Return to Asphere and Asphere's Cafe.
Welcome back to the cafe. It is now 6:55 in the evening, and we're gonna continue with the cafe sessions right here on Asphere's Cafe. Okay, so in a bit I will be going AFK to take care of my dinner chores, but I will be doing one headline on the Tech Cafe, and then I will head over to Dreamcorp for the rest for the Scout. Okay, so now let's get into the Tech Cafe with the Verge. And we kick off with the how do I say this? We kick off with the with the homepage of the first. But yes, let's get into right away. So here it is. All right. Trump tariffs are the more than doublings of tariff. Oh boy. We're not covering that for now. Yeah, of course, next play. So, if I'm not mistaken, this was already covered. This was first covered by Louis Rossman, who is a right to repair, who is a right to repair advocate, and also a tech enthusiast right there. So yeah, we're going to get into that right now, and with next play, taking away features that you love, and it backfired. So we're gonna take a look right now. So here we go. Get ready, as this is going to be a wild ride for this one. So one of the most frustrating realities about modern technology products is that while so many of them can get exciting new features via internet, they can just lose them just as easily. That happened to owners of Nixplay Smart Digital Photo Frames this week when they were hit with a previously announced update that the company said would remove premium features and reduce limits, including dropping cloud photo and video storage to just 500 megabytes. Really? 500 megabytes in 2025? That is unacceptable. So Nextplay has offered free cloud storage for a long time. And we're going to take a look at the 2016 PC Mac review that matches an 8-inch frame that came with 10 gigabytes of space for no extra charge. So this review was around was covered in 2016, and you can see the rating was 3.5 stars, and it's ranked as good. Well, what happened? Not anymore, because these features are now that were there back then are now gone. You can't get to enjoy it anymore. Like, this is actually wrong. Like this, but if you look at this 2016 review from PC Mac, you can tell that you were able to do things that you couldn't do it today, and now, yeah, what went wrong with Nextplay, right? So to The Verge. Back to The Verge. In addition to losing higher storage limits, the company has also next the previously free ability to sync a single Google Photos album. The company's announcement said that those whose existing free accounts already exceed the new 500 megabytes limit would see some content restricted from sharing or viewing on a frame without editing your content or upgrading your subscriptions. Really now, huh? Really? People on the Knicks player subreddit aren't happy about the change, of course. They aren't happy, they are allowed to complain, they have the right to complain, of course. With posts complaining about the changes affecting existing customers rather than only new ones are calling it a scam. One user's begrudging post say they will subscribe, but that they're only doing so because they have a few thousand photos in the cloud and don't want to teach the partner who hates computers, surprise surprise, how to use a new app. They don't like computers? Well, sure. Next price paid subscriptions cost either $20 a year for 100 gigabytes for storage, which is Nix Play Lite, or $30 per year for unlimited photo storage, which is Nix Play Plus. Both tiers also include the ability to sync with Google Photos, although it's not clear if that feature works the same as it did before, given a recent change Google made that broke how many digital frames sync with this photo service. Now, who is ready to look at the complaints? Because I am ready. And we're going to get our right for this one, because we're gonna start in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. And right away we are greeted with the first subreddit post. I bought 5 Nix Play for me because of Google Photo integration. Now this company is dead to me. I bought 5 Nix Plays for various family members. We don't use any of their cloud storage services. We only use the Google Photo integration. We bought the frame specifically because of the Google Photo integration. Now I have to pay $100 per year. I am not even using any of their hosting. They probably have 100 lines of code and just pull from their developer API. What effing BS? Right? And 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 the redditor asked, did they kill the Google Photo integration this week for everyone? Google Photos is now and someone said Google Photos is now restricted to pay NixPlay subscribers only. I would expect more people to leave NixPlay and spend money on a new frame that doesn't require any of this subscription nonsense. Yes, 2025 is the year where people are going to charge everything for subscription. I'm afraid this might happen, and I just pray I don't. I just pray it doesn't happen because God knows what could go wrong, right? God knows what the heck is gonna go wrong, right? And there are the rest. And let's read the bottom comment here that's saying, yup, same here. 5 years ago I bought one for my wife for Christmas. Well, nice one. We liked them so much we bought one for our sons and their wives for the following Christmas. I didn't buy any more frames from NixPlay because I was designing a larger one that ran on a Raspberry Pi and sync up with my NAS. Also, I didn't trust NixPlay. I take some pretty awesome photos with my DSLR and really didn't want my photos in the cloud anyway. I also designed a photo manager device for BSIM and for folio frames. I use the Android ADB mode. It's also a small Raspberry Pi device. I am working on the email sharing code. After that, I will take apart my NixPlay frame, connect to the internal USB port, and see if I can get an ADB shell. Well, I did not know that NixPlay frames are powered by Android, so that's interesting. If I can, then my gadget will work with the frame. So, well, that's actually interesting that NixPlay frames are powered with Android, so that's very, very interesting. So, yeah. And we're gonna take a look at two more. And we're gonna take a look at two more of that here. And here we go. Why screw current customers? Screw future customers instead. I don't understand why they're doing this to current customers. If they want to go subscription, change the ads and everything saying accounts created and assigned to a frame of the June 1, 2025 will need subscriptions. This will cause a panic and go viral, causing tons of new people to sign up before the deadline. But that also means more sales. Well, it screams that the company is in trouble and will still go under. Well, I'm afraid to say it might be the case. If the company isn't profitable, well, that is unfortunate. And that is unfortunate. And the next one, well, they're allegedly saying it's a scam. Ready for this Reddit post? We're gonna read it. Here we go. Here it is. Avoid NixPlay. It's a scam. Don't trust NixPlay and don't buy the products. Until today, I was their biggest fan and loved my frame, but I have just been informed by NixPlay in a week's time. My frame will only display photos with a maximum size of 3 megabytes, which is smaller than the average size of photos taken by a smartphone these days, with a total storage limit of 0.5 gigabytes, which is obviously 500 megabytes. The solution: pay 24 pounds per year to retain the same features I already paid for when I purchased the frame. NixPlay is turning a premium product, originally sold with unlimited photo storage, into a useless piece of junk unless you pay 24 pounds a year to regain the features it initially included. Dodgy. As much as I love my frame, I will not allow this unethical company to force me into paying a subscription. Well, there you have it. There you have it. And someone is already saying that it is Black Mirror Season 7 Episode 1 in real life. This is scary. My goodness, I haven't watched Black Mirror because I don't want to ruin my Netflix recommendations, but knowing it's on Netflix, I have to see if this is true after all, because someone's actually saying this is Season 7 Episode 1 in real life. Like, is this true? Oh boy, if this is true, I'm going to scream, okay? I really do not like how this is heading to, right? I really do not like. So there you go, guys. This is a very, very sad news, and womp 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 womp. if this is again, this is if this is the future we're heading to, we're screwed. We are screwed, guys. We are screwed. So yeah, Dreamcar, any thoughts on this?
I have no words to say. What the heck just happened?
Well, let me explain for the context because if the existing customers bought Nix Play before that had premium features for free, they'll not need a subscription. That's the context, Dreamcar. And yeah, do you have any words now?
Obviously, that's a scam. It's a scam.
I agree with you. I agree with you. It's actually frick. It's actually messed up. It's actually messed up.
That's
It's actually messed up.
now the way they advertise is cursed image. It's cursed. It's cursed.
Right. Yeah, right. Oh, next play. I'm not mistaken. Lewis Rossman has also covered the video on his not the video. Next play on his channel. Let me just double check because yeah. Let me just double check. Yeah, wait. Lewis Rossman. So yeah. Wait. Wait. But yes, again, I did recall that Lewis made a video about next play, and I should say you must not must. I recommend watching the video. I recommend watching his videos right here. Yeah, I recommend watching two videos. That was covered. That were covered 3 weeks ago. So shout out to Lewis. If you're watching this, I'm directing my viewers and listeners to watch your videos because yeah, this is a very important one, and they need to raise awareness on this one. So yes, again, Lewis last one first covered Nick's play, and now The Verge is catching up. So yeah, again, if you're interested in catching up, what is wrong with Nick's play? Check these two videos out from Lewis Rossman. So that is all for the first headline on the Tech Cafe, and now I'll be taking my dinner chores to do the cooking and preparing the rice. Dreamcar, please take over for me as I will be preparing for the dinner. Dreamcar, take it away.
Thank you, Asparagus. Let's check our smartphone updates from GSM Arena. Hold on, my GSM Arena right now. Of course, we're going to talk about the weekly poll. Here are the results of our weekly poll. Half of you are already on 115, but not so lucky. That was from last Monday's edition of our cafe session. So let's see are the updates. Okay, interestingly, majority yes, 42.6. But for the no, not yet, will be a quarter of the majority, 35.4, and it's not going to 20.2, and they don't have an Android phone, it's 61. But let's see the do you care whether you are running the latest OS? They said 937 for the yes, I do care, but occasional slow release for 429, which is 22.1. As long as I have the latest security patch with 16.7 for I don't care all 1.3, 252%. And of course, we mentioned vendor-specific versions of Android above. According to all of the comments, those can have a major impact on how the value of an OS or update is perceived. With some skins, it's a very noticeable change, while others you can barely tell. This has an effect on whether people care about OS updates. Still, most people wanted the latest software and they don't like to wait for it. And of course, pretty soon they will be waiting for Android 16. And now, here's our latest poll. Would you buy a Vivo X200 Ultra if you could? What about the 200S? Of course, don't mind the advertisements. Don't mind the advertisements, Lamaw. Alright. Here we go. The X200 Ultra is, of course, the built to cause envy in those that they don't have it. Of course, outside of China will be almost, of course, they're planning to put it outside of China as well. Now let's look on X200 Ultra. Look at this with VS1, V3 Plus, and some camera lens from Carl Zeiss with APO 85mm, 14mm, and 35mm cameras. Looks like it. Here's the look of the X200 Ultra, supposedly in different colors. Now we also have the Pro and the X200S. Comparing here to Xiaomi's 15 Ultra and Find X8 Ultra. The base X200S starts at 4,000 yuan, which is equivalent to $575. It might depend to the distributor to exchange for more. For us for now, let's just wait for the update on the Vivo. So now we got some ultra surveys here. Are the following: I want one, but it's not available near me. I want one, and I'll try importing it. Maybe depends on the reviews. No, but I don't. I want a different X200 model. No, I want a different camera phone, flagship. None of the above. Those are the categories for X200 Ultra. And for the 200S, same as before. So those are your where do I send this? So those are your selection. I'm going to put this on our chat room to ask their viewers' opinions. If would they buy the 200 X200 and the 200 Ultra? Alright, so I'm going to have a little bit news for a while for smartphone updates. Checking our updates right now, we got the Razer 60. Razer 60, which is their 60 Ultra, flip foldable phone with super compact body and impressively fast 165Hz Dolby Vision screen with a criminal crop Snapdragon 8 Elite platform. Interesting selection you have there from Motorola. They also have the Razer 50 Ultra's other flagship, of course. Wide camera, capabilities, and larger battery. And of course, as built around the foldable 7-inch LTPO AMOLED display. And of course, also has 1080p LTPO AMOLED for 4-inch cover screen. And of course, it runs on the most potent chipset on the market, Snapdragon 8 Elite. It also has 250 megapixel rear cameras with a wide-angle camera with OIS on it, and also have a megapixel camera, 30 megapixel, and on the 50 Ultra. And of course, it doesn't have autofocus as well. Carry on, it has 4,007 mAh battery with capable of fast and wireless and wired charging. It also has a redesigned back panel, and of course it has so-called Pantone color. It has wood, vegan leather, vegan leather, or Alcantara finish. Okay. So it looks like it. Interestingly. Very interesting scheme that they have. It has a black box, scented interior. Scented interior, that's something to have for Motorola. aside from Motorola, it also has the premium ring case, USB-C cable, and the phone. And of course, there's no charger, but they can also have an optional purchase for the 68-watt turbochargers and an 68-watt plus power delivery charger. Also to be able to charge the phone really, really fast. Well, of course, for me for a while, so I'll be back for more smartphone news and some EV news for a while. So before that, I'm going to sub our sponsors. Asphere Aircon, tried, tested, trusted by Asparagus. Dream Cars Pizza, we make pizza the Dream Cars way. Call 141-9191. And Kapinoy Coffee. If it's coffee, it's Kapinoy Coffee with DLX Karaoke. Ang tunay na karaoke ng bayan. Okay, so it's now 7:16 and more coffee sessions after these messages. Asparagus is coming later as well. So for me, I'll be back for a while. It's 7:17. We'll be right back.
This program was brought to you by Asphere's Aircon. Tried, tested, trusted by an asparagus.
Dream Cars Pizza. We make pizza the Dream Cars way. Call 141-9191 for deliveries. Also available Dream Cars frozen pizza in supermarkets near you.
Kapinoy Coffee. If it's coffee, it's Kapinoy Coffee from FES Manufacturing Corporation. And DLX Karaoke, ang tunay na karaoke ng bayan.
Trust. It's a bond that is nurtured for years, from generation to generation. At Asphere, our greatest accomplishment is earning the trust of millions of satisfied users in the Philippines alone, making life cool and comfortable for over 100 years now. Asphere, the air conditioning expert. Tried, tested, trusted by an asparagus.
Ang mas masarap na pizza ay andito na! Dream Cars Pizza, the finest pizza in the Philippines. Rich sauce, crispy crust, smooth creamy cheese, maraming toppings to choose from. And not only that, may frozen pizza rin sila. Take your pizza on the go. Dream Cars Pizza. We make the pizza the Dream Cars way.
For deliveries, call 141-9191. That's 141-9191.
Dream Cars Frozen Pizza are also available in supermarkets near you.
Dream Car Karaoke po, tuwing pagising mo sa umaga, kailangan mo ng kapeng gigisingin ka sa tapang at sarap.
Tikman ang lasa ng bayan sa bagong Kapinoy Coffee.
Tama-tama lang ang tapang at sarap.
Tikman na ang lasa ng bayan sa bagong Kapinoy Coffee. If it's coffee, it's Kapinoy Coffee.
Masarap na coffee. If it's coffee, it's Kapinoy Coffee.
Also available, Kapinoy Coffee 3-in-1 and Pure Creme. Bili na sa inyong mga suking tindahan.
Maulan man, no worries na amoy kulob ang damit.
Charm, Fabcon, bangong kumakabloom, tanggal amoy kulob sa bango ng Charm.
Charm Babcon with Bloom Fresh technology kills 99.9% of kulob-causing bacteria tested. May aroma burst pa of thousands of flowers and berries.
Ang sampay sa loob, no amoy kulob.
Bangong kumakabloom sa Charm.
Manufactured by ACS Manufacturing Corporation. ISO certified world-class quality.
ACS.
Tuhod, siko, baywa, pag laging pasan ang sakit sa kasukasuan, sign na yan ng arthritis o joint deterioration. Karaniwan kapag nagkakaedad na, kailangan ng tibay at ginhawang makakapitan. Kaya ng artrisin yan. May undenatured type 2 collagen at methylsulfonyl methane na maaaring makatulong protektahan ang kalusugan ng kasukasuan. Make the right move. Uminom ng Artisin araw-araw. Mabibili ang Artisin sa mga leading drugstores nationwide. Mahalagang paalala, ang Artisin ay hindi gamot at hindi maaaring gamitin panggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit.
Kamusta po kayo? Dissected herbosa po ito ng Department of Health. Ang rabies po ay nakamamatay. Kapag ikaw ay nakalmot o nakagat ng hayop, agad na maghugas ng maigi gamit ang sabon at umaagos na tubig sa loob ng 5 minuto. Matapos maghugas, magtungo agad sa Animal Bite and Treatment Center. Maging wais laban sa rabies. Isang paalala mula sa Department of Health.
Mula sa number 1 Smart Dishwashing Paste.
Tanggaling-galing mo Smart dishwashing paste ko Pritong ulam na masebo Plato o kaldero Tanggaling for everyday.
Ganyan pag Smart ang dishwashing paste. May double tanggaling formula. Tanggal galing ang sebo at bakterya.
Bahid para walang bahid. Linis fantastic sa metal at plastic. Number 1 ko to. Tanggaling-galing mo Smart dishwashing paste.
Heavy duty linis bawat pahid.
Smart Dishwashing Paste, manufactured by ACS Manufacturing Corporation. ISO certified, world-class quality.
ACS.
Dimples Romana po. Tinatanggap ang award for Best Supporting Nanay. Ang suporta ko sa pagbibigay ginhawa, Generica Drugstore. May maalagang pharmacist, mabibigyan ka ng alternative generics na singpisa ng branded sa presyong abot kaya. Up to 85% ang matitipid. May libreng konsulta pa with partner doctors. Tara na sa Generica Drugstore. Suporta natin sa ginhawa.
Ginhawang Generica.
If symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
This is the month-long Medical Center Trading Corporation Markdown Sale. 30 days to enjoy 20 to 50% discount on selected items. From April 1 to April 30, 2025. The Medical Center Trading Corporation 79th Anniversary Sale. Happening in all branches nationwide. Enjoy your shopping spree with Medical Center Trading Corporation.
Unlock the power of cellular renewal with Ultima Stem Plus. More than a stem cell activator, it's your all-in-one defense against premature aging, oxidative stress, and DNA damage. Protect, repair, and rejuvenate from within. Experience the science of lasting vitality. Ultima Stem Plus.
Celebrate the lives of your fallen family heroes with the newly opened chapels of Tahanan ng Alaala in Himlayang Pilipino. We offer premium memorial service by providing 24-hour personalized customer care with flexible funeral and chapel accommodation packages. At Himlayang Pilipino, we give honor to the heroes of your lives. For inquiries, you may contact us at 0968-896-4850 or visit us at www.himlayangpilipino.org and follow us on Facebook, Himlayang Pilipino Incorporated, and on Instagram, HPI Memorial Park.
Himlayang Pilipino.
Tandaan ang mga tipid tips para mapanatiling mababa ang konsumo ng kuryente at komportable ang pamumuhay ngayong tag-init. Punasang maigi ang mga bumbilya para lumiwanag at matanggal ang dumi. Mainam ring palitan ng mga ito ng contact fluorescent lamp o LED para mas tipid ang konsumo. Huwag din kalilimutang tanggalin sa saksakan ang mga hindi ginagamit na appliances tulad ng TV, microwave oven at ventilador para hindi na ito kumonsumo pa ng kuryente. Sa masinop na paggamit ng kuryente, masisigurong tuloy-tuloy ang daloy ng kuryente saan man sa bansa. Ang paalalang ito ay mula sa NGCP.
Now, back with Asphere and Asphere's Cafe.
Alright, since Asparagus is not yet here, so I'm going to continue our news for a while. But of course, 4 minutes away before TVH will end our show, of course. Anyways, let's continue our session. We're done here with the Razer 60. Let's talk about the news right now. OnePlus 13S launching in India soon. Of course, they have covered the 13T. They're now planning to have their name 13S. So here it is. Powered up, size down. OnePlus 13S. Coming soon. So if you don't know, sorry. So if you don't know, the OnePlus 13S is the same core specs as the 13T, and of course has a 6.32-inch display, Snapdragon 8 Gen Delight, 1260 mAh battery with 80-watt fast charging. And of course, they're planning to put that on their Indian website. And according to them, there will two colors are the following: pink and black. And of course, the same of them that they built it in China, of course. And for the international, we'll also have a gray color. So update soon from OnePlus as well. So if they're planning to put a new color design for a while, so black and pink for a while for now. Meanwhile, Nubia Z70S Ultra unveiled with larger 1 and 1/3 sensor and 600 mAh battery. ZTE, of course, known for their Wi-Fi antennas, launched Nubia Z70 Ultra with Snapdragon 8 Elite as well, with an S upgrade for the larger image sensor with 35mm main camera and larger display, with the new one here, the Tablet Pro, with their flagship tablet with no 3D on it. So of course, the Nubia Z70S Ultra arrives with the 50 megapixel 1 and 1/3 Omnivision Light Fusion 900 sensor, and the original version of the Z70 Ultra has a smaller 1 and 1.56 sensor, which is Sony IMX906. The new lens, of course, has a little bit of changes in the camera with the f1.7 35mm lens instead of their variable lens of the previous f1.6 f4. So they have their review of that last time from GSM. But of course, they're advertising here their 70mm telephoto camera with a 64 megapixel 1/2 sensor with an OIS enabled 2.48 lens. Their third, of course, is their 122 degrees 50 megapixel ultra wide module with 30mm f2.0 lens with autofocus that allows it to take macro shots in just 2.5 centimeters to 1 inch. I don't speak Chinese, but you get the idea. And of course, 6600 mAh battery with 80 watts fast charging. Of course, it has also a dedicated shutter key. You can quickly launch the camera from a locked phone by long pressing the shutter key, so you don't have to move your finger to take photos. Interesting. The other improvement is their battery, of course. From their 6150 mAh battery from the original, it now also supports 80-watt wired-only charging. And of course, it's same dimensions as the older one. Here are some details. Are the following: roomy 6.85 OLED display, unblemished, of course, with a under display selfie camera, 144 Hz and 1216 by 2688 resolution, 10-bit BOE 9 Plus panel with 100% DCI-P3 coverage, and 2592 Hz high frequency PWM dimming. One relatively small change is their gen with its Gorilla Glass 7i, replacing their Longshi glass of the original.
Their phone is powered by the Snapdragon 8 Elite with 16 gigs of RAM, 1 tera UFS 4 storage, with of course a special edition with 24 gigs of RAM for the special edition supposedly. Of course, their rear glass they call is cup skin pattern with the IP68 and IP69 rating. Could tell their color is orange and black, or they call it twilight and melting gold. For the latter, it's only available in 256 and 512. Their base model starts at 4,600 Chinese yuan or $630. The remaining prices, if you want, for the highest price, 6,300 yuan. Okay. Meanwhile, the Nubia Tablet Pro with a 10.9-inch LCD with 144 refresh rate, and you could tell they're 10-bit colors. The panel has 16 by 10 resolution, surrounded by quad speakers with DTS:X. Powered by Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, 16 gigs of RAM, 1 tera storage. The chip is cooled with copper foil, graphene, and thermal compound. It's of course based on their aluminum frame, thanks to this back panel. It has a 10,100 milliamp battery with 66 watt charging, and of course it's 7.3 inches thick. No, millimeters thick supposedly, and weighs 523 grams. It's designed to sit at a 45-degree angle for gaming, streaming, and work application. It has supposedly have pogo pins, they call it, which connect to their optional keyboard cover with 1.3mm travel and uses a scissor mechanism. It also has a touchpad, recognizes over 12 gestures with stylus is also available. And of course, the following prices for 16 gig 1 tera is 4,000 yuan. For the base one, 8 gigs 256 gigs ROM, 2,800 yuan with $385. Their colors are titanium black, aurora silver. And of course, if nandun si Stephen Liwanag del Sol, Dipsic R1. What do we have here? Alright, well, I think exactly 7:33, so I'm going to say goodbye now for TVH viewers. Join us again, same time, same station. Sa ngalan ni Asparagos, ako po si Dreamcar. The cafe is now closed for TVH. Thank you very much. And now we're back with our continuation of the cafe session right here sa LTV as media live stream, Cool FM Prime Time dyan sa YouTube, and of course sa ating listeners natin sa Cool FM. So let's continue our cafe session. Continuing our session here. Makita natin, that's the Nubia. What is this? Canalis. That's a bizarre name. They call it Canalis, which is their China smartphone market. And of course, that's according to Canalis. They went for a subsidy program that went into effect from last January 8. And of course, that's a one-time discount to 15% for the coverage for the retail price. According to Canalis. It has smartwatches, of course, including here smartphones, tablets, smartbands, smartwatches priced below 6,000 yuan and capped by 500 yuan per product. Premium models are exempted, with flagships, foldable smartphones are exempted as well. Huawei being the second with 18% of its share, with 12% annual growth in device shipments. It was continued to see robust demand for its smartphones with their foldable Mate T and Pura X. And I'm going to show you here their update here. According to Canalis analysis, Xiaomi in the first quarter of this year is 13.3%, with their market share of 19, and from comparing to the previous 9.5 and 14% with the annual growth of 40%. Meanwhile, Huawei with 13% with a market share of 18 compared to the previous 11.7 with 17% with its growth of 12. Meanwhile, Oppo is a little bit down with 10.6 compared to the previous one with 10.9 with a negative 3% for this one. Meanwhile, on the other hand, Vivo with 10.4 and a little bit smaller upgrade here with 10.3 compared to the previous with 2% growth. And of course, sadly, Apple is a little bit down for this one with a 9.2 with 13% compared to 10 with a big drop out of 8%, negative 8 of course. For the other smartphone brands, 14.4 and compared for the 15.4. It's a little bit down as well for the other brands, negative 7. For the total of 70.9, 100% compared here from 67.7. So there you have for the from Canalys. Oppo and Vivo each accounted for 15 of the Chinese market, while Apple rounded up the top with top 5 with a 13% market share. DeepSeek and the growing list of AI utilities also have caught consumers' attention, with an estimated 22% of all shipped phones are now being AI capable. Canalys estimates the figure to reach 40% by the year's end. That's coming from Canalys and GSM Marina. And of course, there's more. Where do we start? Let's talk about deals. Samsung announced that the Galaxy S24 series has joined, of course, their US so-called Certified Renew program, being repaired by Samsung engineers with 100% genuine parts. Interestingly, they said here that they have brand new battery installed with a 1-year manufacturer warranty. And of course, the S24 Gen is slated with 7 major updates with Android 15. One UI 7 is currently rolling out, which leaves more 6 years of support. Whether the extra cost of the new models is worth the upgrade, that's the question. Now, of course, the S24 Ultra starts at $120 for the 512 variant and $140 for 512. Of course, the Ultra is $120. On Samsung.com, there's a free storage upgrade for 512 to, of course, 512 gigs variant sells at the 256 gigs of price for $1.3. You can also $30 in paid-in credit. So if you have an old phone to get rid of, but of course, Amazon has no trade-in price for $12.20 for 512 gig phone. So of course, it's $80 more for the refurbished S24 supposedly. Their own comparison from GSM Arena as well. There's a video as well from them. Newer is not always better because of the S Pen. They also have a slightly flatter, larger display, 6.9 versus 6.8 with a 50 megapixel ultra wide camera, but the one major upgrade is the Lite versus Gen 3 for Snapdragon 8. The newly renewed Samsung Galaxy S24 starts at $620 for 128 gigs of phone for $50 more for 256 variant. So it has free storage upgrade offer for S25 too. So comparing for the 56, the S24 renewed is a little bit cheaper for $130 for an S25. They also have comparison as well from GSM Marina. They also have their head-to-head article on how it is compared to the other version of the Galaxy S24 and S25. There's no renewed for the Plus units as for now, but they offer up to $630 trade-in credit. Or meanwhile, with Google with Pixel 9 with a square design camera lens, Best Buy of course throws it at 100 gift card for, of course, for this time. Offers for the Pixel 9 have dried up, of course, sadly, for 128 for 256 gigs for 650 to 700. Of course, for the base model, it's at 800 bucks. At 150 bucks, you have a phone that is a discussion to be had, of course. For the 9A, but you have to wait for a little bit, few more weeks for the 9 Pixel 9 deals to return. For now, it's now 800 to 900. So one more before we do have EV news update for you, our trust so-called viewers here. Let's talk about the top 10 trending phones for this week. Comparison from this now. Rank 1, Edge 60 Pro from Motorola. Samsung Galaxy A56. Rank number 2, OnePlus 13T 5G. Rank 3, Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra. Rank 4, Redmi Turbo 4 Pro. Rank 5, Honor GT Pro 5G. Rank 6, Vivo X200 Ultra. Rank 7, Xiaomi Poco X7 Pro. Rank 8, Apple iPhone 16 Pro Max. Rank 9, and Galaxy M56 5G on the last. So that's our comparison for now. So of course, including our OnePlus 13T, Samsung A56, Motorola Edge 60 Pro for the win. Galaxy S25 Ultra managed to somehow retain their fourth position. Meanwhile, of course, three new faces with the Redmi Turbo Pro 4 Pro supposedly, narrowly edged the Honor GT Pro for the fifth spot. While the X200 Ultra is not far behind in the 7th. Meanwhile, sadly, X7 Pro is all the way down to the 8th this week, while the Apple iPhone 16 Pro Max and the last week's champion, of course, and M56 at the very bottom. So comparing all the phones. Now let's go to EV news as we go to our side EVs. It's our brand new website, of course. And of course, about here, Walmart opens up their first supposedly EV charging network to be appeared soon. Wow, look at it. It's color design as well. Lamau. Thousands of locations with tens of thousands of 400 kilowatt DC fast chargers within 10 miles of your home. It's no secret that Walmart has been quietly working their own electric vehicle charging network. According here to Walmart, it seems that they are a little bit tight of their budget on how they're going to do about this. And of course, they have interviews for that one from Adam Happel, which is their general manager of retail EV charging, that they are planning to put EV charging network plans for the first time. After my 20-minute interview with Happel, of course, Walmart plans to do what Walmart always does. And of course, so offer their customers a better overall shopping experience than competitors, including cost, convenience, and value. It explained that the retailer intends to install the Walmart EV charging stations at the thousands of its locations by the next 2030. Expecting that for the next 10 years to be released soon. Of course, he didn't offer any specific number of stalls per location, but each site stall count will depend on their conditions in the market. It depends for them. They said that they will take into consideration for the number of EVs in each specific market, of course. It might depend for them. And of course, their EV markets are specific as well. If there aren't any EV charging stations, they will install more charging stalls than if there were other fast charging options. Of course, interestingly, he also explained that Walmart, of course, will monitor utilization and the sites will be designed to easily add more chargers when needed to prevent customer queuing. Of course, they tried to have their tests as well from Walmart, and here are the results. Walmart has selected Alpitronic and AB their suppliers for their initial sites. Although they are expecting for various brands to comply, but it might depend for them. So customers use the Walmart app to initiate and pay for the charging. The process will be the same regardless of the brand of the charger at the said site. And of course, what happens to the chargers that on the other networks are currently operated by Electrify America. Of course, they said that Walmart's partners have been great to date And they continue to grow to their network as they reassess how they move forward to their partners. And of course, they are in McKinney, Texas to test their GMC Hammer EV for their Alpitronic charger for 400 kilowatts. It has 8 charging bays, of course. One is the NACS and the CCS1, dynamically splitting the 400 kilowatt and offering cable up to 600. For the Nissan Leaf, sadly, there will no CHAdeMO connectors at any of the locations. For 27 minutes, they have 150%. And it also dispense only 100 kilowatt of electricity, so it was built for $42. So 42 per kilowatt, 42 cents supposedly. And of course, according here to most EV charging networks do, which is adjust their pricing from site to site depending on the local electricity rates. Of course, they indicated that Walmart Plus customers may get a discount on charging as well. So it depends on the company. They're challenging is they're securing their location. Of course, locations are very hard for the locations, of course, because there's nowhere sometimes to be seen. So of course, expecting that soon for Walmart as well. So there you have it, 7:47, and Saspargos is still cooking for a while. I don't know. So yes, I don't know if I'm going to have another commercial break for now because I'm going to pass out for a while. Anyways, 7:47 as we continue our cafe sessions. But before anything else, our sponsors. Oh, wait. Who is this? Mamon! Hello, Mamon!
Hello, Mamon. Hello, guys. Abangan nyo po ang second edition ng Paraphernalia. Dito lang yan sa Hangout with Mamon mamayang 8 o'clock.
Wow, yan ba yung supposedly yung so-called contrabando thing? I was fully aware.
Araw din ng kontrabando.
Kaya pala. Interesting. So yes, thank you very much, Mamon. I will have another commercial break for you. As for now, our sponsors, Asphere Circon, tried, tested, trusted by Asparagus, Dreamcars Pizza. We make pizza the Dreamcars way. DLX Karaoke, ang tunay na karaoke ng bayan, and Kapinoy Coffee. If it's coffee, it's Kapinoy Coffee. 7:48. We'll be right back for more session.
This program was brought to you by Asphere's Aircon. Tried, tested, trusted by an asparagus.
Dream Cars Pizza. We make pizza the Dream Cars way. Call 141-9191 for deliveries. Also available Dream Cars frozen pizza in supermarkets near you.
Kapinoy Coffee. If it's coffee, it's Kapinoy Coffee from FES Manufacturing Corporation. And DLX Karaoke, ang tunay na karaoke ng bayan.
Trust. It's a bond that is nurtured for years, from generation to generation. At Asphere, our greatest accomplishment is earning the trust of millions of satisfied users in the Philippines alone, making life cool and comfortable for over 100 years now. Asphere, the air conditioning expert. Tried, tested, trusted by an asparagus.
Ang mas masarap na pizza ay andito na! Dream Cars Pizza, the finest pizza in the Philippines. Rich sauce, crispy crust, smooth creamy cheese, maraming toppings to choose from. And not only that, may frozen pizza rin sila. Take your pizza on the go. Dream Cars Pizza. We make the pizza the Dream Cars way.
For deliveries, call 141-9191. That's 141-9191.
Dream Cars Frozen Pizza are also available in supermarkets near you.
Dream Car Karaoke po. Tuwing pagising mo sa umaga, kailangan mo ng kapeng gigisingin ka sa tapang at sarap. Kaya lumipat na ako sa bagong kape ng bayan.
Tikman ang lasa ng bayan sa bagong Kapinoy Coffee. Gawa sa purong Arabica at Robusta mula sa pinakamainit na puso ng Pilipinas. Piniling mabuti at inihanda ng may pagmamalasakit.
Tama-tama lang ang tapang at sarap. O mga Kapinoy, subukan nyo ng tikman ang lasa ng bayan.
Tikman na ang lasa ng bayan sa bagong Kapinoy Coffee. If it's coffee, it's Kapinoy Coffee.
Pinoy Coffee, masarap na coffee. If it's coffee, it's Pinoy Coffee.
Also available, Kapinoy Coffee 3-in-1 and Pure Creme. Bili na sa inyong mga suking tindahan.
Mga Kapinoy, tikman nyo na ang lasa ng bayan sa bagong Kapinoy Coffee. Tamang-tama lang tapang at sarap ng kape na tiyak na magigising ka. Kaya subukan na ang bagong Kapinoy Coffee. Also available, Kapinoy Coffee 3-in-1 and Pure Cream mula sa FBS Manufacturing Corporation.
Ano mang hiling, kayang tuparin. Everyone achieves the way to comfort living. Adesa, installment made easy. Achieve mo na. Adesa, kaya.
Naku, ubos na load ko. Palista kaya ulit ako kay Aling Nena. Walang abala, di ka na lalabas. Kaya palang magpalista ng load sa Borrow Load. Mag-borrow load sa GCash.
Subject to eligibility. Terms and conditions apply. Borrow Load is powered by Fuse Financing Incorporated. Fuse Financing Incorporated is supervised by the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas and regulated by the Securities and Exchange Commission. Kindly review the terms and conditions in the disclosure statement before proceeding with the loan transaction. GCash is supervised by the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. www.bsp.gov.ph. Visit the GCash website or help center to know more.
Makati, Makati.
Mahapdi.
Makati, Makati.
Mahapdi. Ganyan ang almoranas. Kaya mag all-natural hemorrhoid na. Sa exercise, proper diet at all-natural hemorrhoid, tama ang lunas sa almoranas in as fast as 4 days. Hemorrhoid, ang lunas sa almoranas. No approved therapeutic claims.
Lalang fabric conditioner, floral mist with bouquet, fresh breeze, passion lavender. Maa-achieve ang lalabot at lalabango. Kaya't bye-bye na ang bakterya sa lalafab kung talagang finish na. Maa-achieve ang lalabot at lalabango.
Uy, low blood ka, diba? Pero bakit parang glowing ka? First sulfate yan.
United Home First Sulfate Iron supports healthy blood for a healthy glow with proper diet and healthy lifestyle.
Unilab yan.
Iron is the generic name of United Home First Sulfate Iron. If symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
It's me, your auntie!
Idol Melay para sa Rexidol Forte.
Mas bilis banat sa binat at sabay-sabay na sakit. Binat na may sakit ng ulo o sakit ng katawan na may lagnat. Kahit 1, 2, 3 o 4 ang nagsabay, char yan.
Idol!
Ang idol ko, Rexidol Forte. Mas bilis banat sa apat. Faster versus paracetamol in as fast as 30 minutes.
Alagang Unilab yan.
Paracetamol caffeine is a generic name of Rexidol Forte. If symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
Get all your fresh food essentials at Metro Supermarket. Experience sulit fresh savings with discounts of up to 50% and bundle offers on select fruits, vegetables, seafood, and meat. Shop at Metro Supermarket for all your fresh food needs at affordable, budget-friendly prices. Don't miss out on the sulit deals. Take advantage of Metro Supermarket's fresh savings promo every Thursday to Sunday. Per DTI Fair Trade Permit number FTEB 212325 series of 2025.
Kamusta po kayo? Si Sec Ted Herbosa po ito ng Department of Health. Nakapagtaob, taktak, tuyo, takip na ba kayo?
Taob, taktak, tuyo, takip.
Siguruhing walang pamumugara ng lamok na Aedes na nagdadala ng dengue. Kung walang lamok, walang dengue.
Taob, taktak, tuyo, takip.
Gawin ang taob, taktak, tuyo, takip.
Taob, taktak, tuyo, takip. Taob, taktak, tuyo, takip.
Isang paalala mula sa Department of Health.
Feeling good while you work. Cool FM.
Now back with Asparagus and Asphere's Cafe.
Welcome back to the cafe. We have 5 minutes left before the next program, that is Hangout with Mamon. Okay, so I'm back. Sorry for taking too long to how do you say it? Sorry for taking too long. I was busy preparing the dinner, and yet the rice still isn't ready, so I have time to do more coffee sessions right here before the clock hits 8 o'clock. So yeah, okay, so we're now going to be focusing over to we're not going to be focusing over to um, what was it? Um, 95 Google. Yeah, let's move on to 95 Google. So here it is. And well, that was quick. It looks like Google is ending support. That was quick because Google is already ending support for the first and second gen NAS learning thermostats. So here it is. Okay, here we go. Alright, we're gonna be quick now because I'm going to hand over my TOC control to Terry so he can prepare for the next program. Okay, so you can see here from 95 Google that Google will be ending its updates for the remote control for first and second gen NAS learning thermostats. So, this will result in a trio of changes, though Google's offering upgrade discounts to existing owners. The first Nest thermostats date back to 2011, with the second gen coming in 2012. Google says it has become increasingly challenging to continue to update its products given the early hardware. Starting October 2025, the following three models will stop receiving software updates, which are the following: the first gen, second gen, and the European version. These older models have smaller 1.8 inches compared to the third gen, and you can see right here, we do confirm we do confirm that these are the early generations there. So that is pretty interesting. How the Nest thermostats look like back in the day. Now down to 3 minutes, and we're gonna continue looking for one here. And it looks like Google says Android's Find My Device network is 4 times faster. I doubt. And he says YouTube will be very soon. So Google's Find My Device network for Android started off slow to say the least, but has been steadily improving. Now they have finally got some numbers to back up those improvements, as Google has confirmed that the Find My Device network is 4 times faster at finding items, and that more users have been changing the default privacy settings. Well, that is actually a good thing. If it's true, that is, if it's faster now, so that's good. And the last one, it looks like the new Google's TV streaming toggle looks like a Chromecast to me. And it does look like a Chromecast. So, yes, you can see there is a live TV button because Google has required manufacturers that future models will have to include live TV even if you don't live in the United States. So there you go. So Thomson, um, Thomson, that is the brand here, has the gallery of how it looks. So you can see this is the device itself, and yes, it looks very Chromecast indeed. It looks very Chromecast, and yet we can now confirm that it has the live TV button along with the app buttons from these streaming services, like you have YouTube, Netflix, Prime Video, and Disney Plus. And for the specs, it runs Android 14 on the box, and it has an AMOLED chipset, 2 GB of RAM, and 8 GB of storage. Is it worth buying a Chromecast clone? Well, it's up to you for this one. Well, that is all for the cafe tonight because we're going to get ready. We're going to get ready for Hang Out with Mamon's first segment, that is Parapernalia, and basically it's more like of the TV5's Contrabando. So yeah, we're gonna get ready now, and that is all for the cafe tonight. Thank you very much for joining our cafe. We will be back again tomorrow, where we will continue to do the coffee sessions right here, or I should say tech coffee right here on Asphere's Cafe. It's exactly 8 o'clock. Until then, I am Cairo.
And I'm Dreamcard, the cafe is now closed.
We will see you tomorrow, guys, and the cafe is now closed. Goodbye for now.
Ferdinand speaking. Asphere's Cafe, produced by TJ Entertainment and Aspedia.